There are moments when 1 second changes everything forever. For Daniel Kowalski, that moment came on a Thursday morning in San Diego when a luxury car pulled up to his old garage. For Sienna Donovan, the 19-year-old girl who'd lost 11 years to a wheelchair, it was the strange sensation of her foot touching ground without pain for the first time since her accident at age 8. This is the story of how a poor mechanic accomplished what millions of dollars couldn't buy. The man no one noticed, Danny wasn't always a single father in an old garage. He once dreamed of aerospace engineering with his brother Miguel. But when his wife Elena died giving birth to their daughter Zoe, every plan fell apart. He dropped out of college and returned to his father's workshop. 12 years earlier, Miguel had suffered a devastating diving accident that left him paralyzed from the chest down. The experimental surgery that could help him walk again cost $350,000. Danny tried everything, but it wasn't enough. Miguel told him to stop. "You still have Zoe. I'll be okay, brother." 5 years later, Miguel died from complications. His final words haunted Danny. "Promise me, if you ever get the chance, help people like me. Don't let them lose hope." From that day on, Danny studied biomechanics, orthopedic engineering, medical devices, turning his garage into a silent laboratory. He had no degree, but he had a mechanic's hands and a brother's promise. The mother who couldn't forgive herself, Alexandra Donovan, was CEO of BioNova Technologies, a biotechnology empire. But all her success couldn't erase one night 11 years ago at Pacific Beach. 8-year-old Sienna was learning to surf. "Mom, look at me," she called. Lexi waved back, but didn't look up from her phone. A $200 million deal demanded attention. A powerful wave crashed. The surfboard slammed into Sienna's head. Traumatic brain injury. Spinal cord damage. 14-hour surgery. Sienna survived, but from the chest down, there was no sensation. For 11 years, Lexi spent millions. The world's top specialists. 11 surgeries. The most advanced brace from MIT engineers, $180,000 of titanium, and AI sensors. On paper, a technological miracle. In reality, every step still hurt. Sienna still wobbled. She still cried behind her bedroom door at night. The question that changed everything that Thursday, the Rolls-Royce's engine overheated near Danny's garage. Lexi stepped out with Sienna, who moved slowly on rigid metal braces. While Danny checked the engine, he kept glancing at Sienna, struggling to sit on a bench. Finally, he knelt at her eye level and asked gently, "Excuse me, but your brace, could it be too tight?" Sienna was stunned. "How did you know?" "I'm a mechanic. I can tell when something doesn't fit right." Lexi bristled. "That's a top-of-the-line device from the world's leading company. May I just look?" "I promise I won't touch without permission." Sienna nodded. Danny examined the brace carefully. "This knee joint is locked at 15 degrees. But when you walk naturally, your knee needs 0 to 70 degrees range. Your hip is forced to rotate 20 degrees extra to compensate. That's why you have chronic back pain, right?" Sienna's mouth fell open. "How do you know my back hurts?" "Your posture. You're leaning 7 degrees to the right. Your spine is adjusting to reduce pressure." 5 years, Sienna whispered through tears. The doctor said it was normal. Danny looked at her and saw Miguel. He saw the promise he'd made. "Can you fix it?" Sienna asked. "I don't know," Danny said softly, "but I can try." The failures that night, Danny began dismantling the brace, redrawing everything. The first prototype was lighter, more flexible. Sienna took 3 steps, then screamed. The metal cut into her ankle. Blood streamed down. "That's enough." Lexi cried. "I was wrong to trust you." But as they left, Sienna turned back through her tears. Don't give up. Danny tried again. The second prototype failed even worse. The hip joint shifted, crushing into the pelvis. Lexi threatened lawsuits. But Sienna whispered to Danny, "Promise me you won't give up." That night, sitting on his garage floor, Danny finally saw it. The problem wasn't the joints or the weight, it was the center of balance. It had to be at the hip, not the knee. He spent his last $3,000 Zoe's school tuition on new materials. For 7 days, he barely slept. 7-year-old Zoe brought him food. "Are you tired, Dad?" "I'm okay, sweetheart. I just need to finish this." Every night, Zoe wrote in her diary, "Dear God, please help Dad succeed. He's already lost Mom and Uncle Miguel. Please don't let him lose hope too." The miracle on the 7th day, Danny called Lexi. "I've finished it. I'm asking for one last chance." Lexi's voice was cold. "My lawyer is preparing a lawsuit. Twice you've hurt my daughter." "I know. But Sienna still believes in me. She messages me every day." Lexi's voice broke. "For 11 years, I've tried to buy forgiveness with money. But Sienna told me she doesn't need me to buy a miracle. She just needs me to believe." "Then believe in your daughter,"
She can't
Danny
walk.
said gently, "and believe in hope." The next morning, they arrived with Dr. Raymond Foster, California's leading orthopedic specialist, sent by Lexi to assess the risk. Dr. Foster examined the new brace, his brows furrowed. "This doesn't follow medical standards. It follows mechanical principles," Danny replied. "And humans move according to mechanics, not textbooks." Dr. Foster said seriously, "If this works, you'll change an entire field of medicine. Many people won't like that." "I only care about her," Danny said quietly. The garage fell silent. Danny fitted the brace with absolute care. "How does it feel?" he asked. "Light," Sienna whispered. "Much lighter." She stood up. 1 second, 2, 3. Mom ... Her voice trembled. "I don't hurt." "It's not that the pain is reduced," Sienna whispered. "There is no pain. For the first time in 11 years, I feel no pain." She took the first step. No pain. The knee bent smoothly 20, 30, 40 degrees. The second step. Her hip rotated naturally. The third, fourth, fifth step. "Mom, I'm walking." "I'm really walking." Lexi collapsed, sobbing. Sienna kept walking, then running toward her mother. For the first time in 11 years, they embraced while standing. Dr. Foster stood frozen. Unbelievable. This center of balance system, it's genius. Danny stood at his workbench, tears streaming down his face. "Miguel, I did it." The battle and the victory word spread, but so did the lawsuits. OrthoCare Solutions sued Danny for unlawfully modifying medical devices without a license. The California Orthopedic Association demanded authorities intervene. Lexi organized a press conference. Sienna walked out no wheelchair, shocking the room into silence. "For 11 years," Lexi said into the cameras, "I spent millions on experts who couldn't help my daughter. A single father in an old garage did what money could not buy. And now you want to sue him?" Sienna stepped forward. "People with credentials forgot I'm a human being, not an engineering project. Danny treated me like a human. He gave me my life back." The video went viral. Millions debated law versus compassion, standards versus humanity. Then Dr. Victoria Morgan, a Stanford biomedical engineering professor, appeared at Danny's garage. She examined the brace for 30 minutes in silence. Finally, she wiped tears from her eyes. "You're a genius. I will testify for you." At the FDA hearing, Dr. Morgan declared, "This design surpasses everything on the market. I propose a special license for Mr. Kowalski under my supervision. 2 months later, Danny received the letter. Special license granted. 2-year term to complete official certification. Danny sat down, tears streaming. Miguel, I kept my promise. Walking into hope 1 year later, Kowalski Mobility Solutions opened in San Diego. At the entrance, a simple plaque, Making Hope Walk Again, dedicated to Miguel Kowalski, 1988 to 2013. On opening day, dozens of families lined up, children in wheelchairs, adults in worn braces, elderly people with eyes nearly void of hope. Danny greeted each one, kneeling at eye level. Can you show me how you're able to walk right now? Sienna became a physical therapy assistant, studying rehabilitation science at UC San Diego. Zoe, now 8, helped in the workshop. Dr. Morgan taught Danny formal engineering while learning from his mechanical intuition. Lexi spent more time with Sienna, walking Pacific Beach, the place that once took everything but now gave them back to each other. One afternoon, standing in the surf, Sienna laughed. Mom, I can feel the water. They embraced, crying and laughing. Danny watched from the sand with Zoe. Are you happy, Dad? Very happy, sweetheart. Because you kept your promise to Uncle Miguel? Danny nodded, tears streaming. Yes, and I will keep it forever. In 2 years, the center helped over 300 patients. 80% learned to walk again. This is not just a story about a mechanic, a billionaire, or a brave girl. This is about the simplest and most profound truth. Kindness can change the world, one step at a time. Miracles don't come from money. Miracles come from hands that never give up. If story feel good, then subscribe for more videos, comment story below, and like,